Hi everyone, welcome back to Makeup by Koren. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to achieve a natural cut crease eye using the Naked 2 palette, as well as I'm going to be using my Temptu Airbrush System with the S1 compressor. I'm going to be using the Airpod foundation, blush, bronze, and highlighter. And you will get to see how you can achieve just a flawless look with your skin, and it will literally last you all day. Stay tuned. So for today's look, we're just going to do a natural eye. First step, of course, moisturize with whatever daily moisturizer you use. I've already gone ahead and done that, it's just soaking in. Next step from here, just take any lip nourishment that you have and apply that to your lips. When you get around to doing your lipstick, I'm going to do a matte lipstick today, so just so it's nice and not chalky and cakey. If your lips are dry, by the time you get around to doing so, it'll be nice. First step, I'm just going to go ahead and take my eyeshadow primer, which is Soft Ochre by MAC, and just on a brush, I'm going to apply that to my entire eye. Next, I'm going to go in with, like I said, I'm going to use the Naked 2 palette today. So we're just going to go in with some nice neutral tones in the palette. You can go a bit heavier if you like. So first I'm going to take just on a regular fluffy brush, I'm going to apply the color Foxy on my lid. Next we're going to go in with the color Booty Call, which is a pinky color right here. Take that in another brush, and you're going to apply that up on your brow bone and in your tear duct. Next, on a fluffy brush, this is a Sigma E40 brush, we're going to go in with the color Tease, which is a nice neutral brown color. Take that on your fluffy brush, tap off, and just go really lightly and work that into your crease. On a small dome brush, this one is an Outer V brush by Makeup Geek, you're going to go in with the color Busted, just a deeper brown. Take that on your dome brush, tap off the excess, and you're going to just carve out your crease. Once you're done adding on the darker color into your crease, you're going to go in with a clean fluffy brush and just wipe it on a towel, and you're just actually going to go in and buff that out so you have no harsh lines. To make a nice transition with the colors we used, I'm just going to go in with a nice neutral color to buff that. And with that, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Creme Brulee. On the same fluffy brush, dip that in there. And just buff that where you've already done that crease work. Next, we're going to go in with our black color, just right here. And just on another really tiny dome brush. This one's one by Makeup Forever, it's a 216 brush. Tap off the excess, and again, just do the same thing on your crease that we've done before. Once you've done this part, you want to go ahead with your fluffy brush and again, blend it out. After we've got the eye all nicely blended out, we're just going to go in and clean up our lid. So again, I'm going to go back in with my paint pot. Same brush that I used to put it on. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up that mess. that I've made on my lid. So now that you have your eyeshadow primer on both eyes, you've cleaned up your crease. I'm going to go in with the light color Booty Call again, and I'm just going to pack that all over where I just put the primer. I'm just going to take the color Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek right on my finger. I'm going to tap that to the center of my lid. Just gives you a nice pop. So now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and we are going to do some eyeliner. I'm not going to go too heavy today, I just want a softer look. I'm going to go in with MAC Color Teddy. Now that both eyes are lined, I'm going to go ahead and line the bottom lash line. Just going to take a flat brush like this, pick up the color Tease, line the bottom lash line. Now we're going to go in with the pencil brush and just picking up that darker color, Busted, we're just going to carry that from here to right about midpoint of your eye. Now that both eyes are lined, I'm going to go into the waterline and just use the Wonder Pencil by NYX. A nice nude pencil that's just going to bring out a pop to your eyes. Now we're at this point, I'm going to quickly throw on some eyebrows using my Anastasia Brow Definer. After that, I'm going to quickly curl my eyelashes and use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I will be right back. Now that I have my brows and my lashes done, I'm just going to go in with a nice highlighter pencil. This one's just a little pink one. Nice L'Oreal sparkly pink. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to go into the tear ducts. As you can see, it instantly brightens the corner of your eye. After this part, you can't stop here, just go ahead and put your regular liquid foundation on. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stuff and we'll get to the airbrushing part. With airbrushing, you sort of do things in a different order. You go ahead and you add your face primer. For myself, I've already gone ahead and used the Temptu primer. It will just help the foundation stick and last longer throughout the day. For this, you want to go ahead and do your concealer to conceal any blemishes, red spots, anything you have. If you do it after you've airbrushed, you're going to take off the makeup. So go ahead and do your routine of concealing like you normally would. For me, for my concealer routine, I just place everything on the back of my hand with a spatula. And I picked up this cute little NYX set. It's super cheap, and you get everything you need to conceal those hard to reach tones and stuff that you can't with just a regular concealer. I do love my MAC concealer that I do use as well. Just to neutralize those red zones, of course you go in with your green. So as you can see, I've added the yellow and I've put a bit of the pinky tone just to give me some highlight, and I'm just going to buff that with my little e.l.f. concealer brush. Okay, so once your concealer and everything is blended out, It just feels nice to the touch. I didn't set it with powder. I don't want that barrier. So what I'm going to use today is I have the S1 compressor by Temptu. It's heavy, but it works. It doesn't overheat. And I went ahead and I bought an additional cord. This one's not kinky. I found the other one was just curling up on itself. This one's just a braided cord. I do have this brush, this airbrush, which does the silicone base, does water based, and you can get these kits from Temptu like this, which give you a great starter. I do love the MAC SB foundations. I use them quite often. What I did was I went ahead and I got the add-on for the machine, and what I'm going to use is the AirPod, which is this one. Super easy, just clicks on to the end like so, and you just fire it up, and it comes with these little AirPods. Just super handy. Don't have to worry about cleaning your gun with these. They just simply pop in. So I've already matched my shade. Give them a really great shake, just so the product's all mixed. And the color that I'm going to use is the warm ivory. So again, you just click off the back. You'll see right here that there's a little piece, a little black piece, which holds the product in. You have to undo that, as well as give it a few pumps of air with this plastic piece right here. You just take your gun and it just clicks right inside. What I like to do is I take a tissue, and once I turn on my compressor, of course it's going to go loud, but once your compressor's on to the desired spray that you like, then you just test it on your tissue, see if it's coming out alright. Make sure you're always pointing your gun like this, because it is gravity fed, so always point it down. And you'll want to stay away about a hand distance from your face, using small circular motions like this, and slowly building up your product. And then you get dry between. So let's get started. And honestly, it's that fast. Once you've got to that part, you can always tell the product's coming out because it smells so good. It's the best smell. So after you're done, you just hit the button on the side and eject from the gun. Make sure you put that black plug back in, or you will literally lose all your product. So again, you're just going to slide that in, put your cap on. Once we get this part done, I went ahead and I purchased the finishing powder. So I'm just going to crack that open. And it's nice because it just pops up. A lot of these containers can be pretty messy. So just with a fluffy brush like this, I'm just going to tap that on. When you are doing this part, make sure you're blotting like this, or else you'll drag off your airbrush that you just put on. Now we're going to bring in some color into our face. So I'm using the bronzer. And I'm using the Warm Glow. Again, just because I'll talk before I actually do this, the compressor's pretty loud. You're going to hit where the sun would naturally hit your face to do the bronzing. So let's go ahead and get started. Now after you've gotten your bronzer on, I'm just going to go in and just do some slight contouring. I'm going to take the Anastasia palette and I'm just going to go in with this here, just on a little domed angled brush. Just going to take that color, pack it on the brush, give it a tap, and just go ahead and contour like usual. You want a nice contour line on there. We're going to go ahead and just slightly buff it out after we've got that on. I'm just going to carry it around here. So it really defines your face. Now with the flatter brush, we're going to go in with the same color and just contour the edge of our nose. Now that you've contoured, we're going to go ahead and move on to the blush. For this you can use regular blush. I'm just going to continue on and use the AirPods, and this one's a really pretty one. It looks really bright, but it's not once it's on. This one is Lost Rose. Now it's up to you, your desired preference of how much blush you want to put on. I like a bit of color myself. So for the next step, we're going to go ahead and use the highlighter. This one is in the champagne tone and it is absolutely gorgeous. Just a nice shimmer. So go ahead, same routine as all the rest. So again, you're just going to hit the natural C right in here. You can just a bit above here. You can do Cupid's bow and just a little bit on your chin. Now that we've got to the end of our product, we're going to go ahead and do our lips. So with this, I'm just going to use my MAC Prep and Prime, which will help your lipstick stay on literally all day. So I'm just going to go in and use Sublime Culture as my lip liner. Now for actual lip color, I'm going to use the new Retro Matte Colors by MAC, and this one is Back in Vogue. Just comes on a little sponge. Here is our completed airbrush makeup look. As you can see, the airbrush just smooths out any lines, blemishes, any imperfections on your skin. So try this look. If you're able to get an airbrush system yourself, I do highly recommend the Temptu system. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more tips and tricks. And again, if there's anything you'd like to see, by all means just leave me a comment. Thanks for watching.